Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Effinger and I'll be your instructor for MGT320 Human Resource Management. I'm a new professor at Central Michigan University. I recently completed my PhD in Organizational Behavior and Human Resource Management, which is essentially workplace psychology, at the University of Illinois in Chicago. A fun fact about me is that I still live in Chicago with my wife, and I drive to Mount Pleasant each week to teach MGT355 in person. Prior to my PhD, I worked for almost a decade as a human resource professional. My title was Senior Vice President and Chief Learning Officer, and I oversaw the training and development for a commercial pool management company which staffed 300 lifeguards, lifeguard managers, swim coaches, and pool operators. Although my expertise is in training, an HR function known as Human Resource Development, or HRD, I was involved in all functions of HR. I conducted hundreds of interviews over the years and delivered just as many performance reviews. All that to say, I understand and appreciate the value of a skilled HR professional in advancing organizational success. Now, unfortunately, HR has a bad reputation as being the boring and annoying compliance officers within organizations. However, I hope by the end of this course, you'll understand that HR is so much more than that, and it can be a very rewarding career. You'll often hear it said that people are the most important resource of any organization, and HR professionals are in the business of facilitating the success of their people. At its core, this requires knowing how to understand and motivate people to be their best self at work. Over the course of this class, we'll familiarize ourselves with most of the core functions that HR fulfills within organizations. We'll of course talk about compliance and labor laws, which is the function that most people associate with the role of HR, but we'll also dive into other functions, such as the process of analyzing jobs and pay structures to understand what skills are required and how we can motivate competitive individuals to apply. We'll talk about the processes of recruiting and selecting the right candidates to work for our organizations, and we'll talk about how to manage the folks we've hired once they're in the door. This includes motivating people to perform at their best, and perhaps more importantly, motivating them to be happy in their job. To prepare yourself for success in this class, my biggest recommendation is to check out two key documents. First is the weekly course schedule, and second is the course syllabus. The weekly course schedule is a quick way to understand what you need to accomplish each week. As you can see, every week of the class we'll have reading assignments, and most weeks we're reading 2 chapters of the textbook. In addition, every week includes some form of online assignment through McGraw-Hill Connect. Each week we'll complete a SmartBook assignment, and some weeks we'll also complete a brief simulation exercise. Now let's pause briefly to discuss these 2 types of assignments. SmartBooks are essentially multiple choice quizzes that you can take as many times as you want. If you get a question wrong on the SmartBook, it will tell you that you got it wrong, and it will show you content from the book that you can review to understand the correct answer. SmartBooks are adaptive, meaning that if you miss a question on a given topic, the SmartBook will continue showing you questions on that topic until you demonstrate a solid understanding of the topic. For that reason, if you read the chapter before completing the SmartBook, you will complete the SmartBook much more efficiently. On average, SmartBooks take 90 minutes to complete, but you can move much quicker if you read the chapter first. Aside from SmartBooks, the other assignments we'll complete are short, roughly 15-minute mini simulations. In these simulations, you'll work through some common HR problems and apply what we've learned in class to demonstrate your understanding of the topic. On average, you can expect to spend 2 hours each week on assignments. Now back to our weekly course schedule. In addition to the readings and assignments, we'll have 2 exams and 2 discussions to participate in. Some weeks, we'll have neither an exam nor a discussion. You should check the weekly course schedule at the start of every week to see what's ahead. Importantly, we have a discussion to participate in this very first week of class. In addition to the weekly schedule, you should review the course syllabus for all the specific details about the course requirements. Of note, you can find information about the structure of the exams and the requirements for participation in the discussion boards. If you have any questions about the information provided in the syllabus or about the course in general, please reach out to me by email early and often. I'll make every effort to respond to your emails within 24 hours or less. That's all for now. If you ever have questions for me, or if you just want to chat about HR-related topics, you should always feel free to reach out by email. You can also swing by my office hours on Tuesdays from 1 to 3 p.m. Please let me know before you come so I can be prepared for your visit. You can also request to meet virtually at any time. I want you all to be successful in this course, so please let me know when you need help. Thanks and good luck.